Let's try it again. Action! Hi guys, it's Mila and you're watching Stoked Yogi TV. Today we are here doing an interview with my friend Judy Tsuei, who is the creator of Meditations for Mamas. Hi Judy!
Hi!
Judy's also a freelance writer, yoga teacher, meditation guide, and she's currently on an incredible adventure. She's doing a van lifestyle road trip with her husband and how old is your daughter?
She's 19 months now.
19-month-old baby girl Wilder. So she's adventuring. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing and what inspired you to go on the road with your family.
We were living on Kauai on the North Shore, which many people would say is paradise, and it absolutely was. We decided that we just needed a different adventure, and so we wanted to see the sights and really spend time together as a family. And we decided to get a retro camper van. So we have a 1990 Toyota Warrior Winnebago, which is barely younger than me, and I am almost 40. And just started driving. We didn't have a plan, and we didn't know what we wanted to do other than to spend time together and just kind of see where life would take us. So we jumped in the van and we drove through California and Oregon, and now we're in Idaho, in Sandpoint, Idaho. And it's here where we're taking a little bit of a pause so that we can focus on our writing and get some stuff launched. We have all these creative endeavors that we want to focus on, and Wilder's just loving, being around us and playing out and about at the beach and the hills and all that other stuff.
So you and your husband Jules are both writers.
Writing for me is like breathing, and I write personal narratives, personal essays, things about my life and parenthood and mamahood especially.
So one of the things that's always really impressed me about your writing is you manage to be so incredibly human and vulnerable, and yet articulate, and you have a lot of depth in your writing. Can you tell us a little bit about your writing practice and how you manage to stay open and vulnerable, or why you think that that's important in writing?
Yeah, well, I think the first time that I ever experienced that was when I was living in Shanghai. I was working as an editor of a magazine, and everyone thought it was so glamorous to be living in Shanghai at the time, and so I started keeping a blog. And at first I took photos of the sights around the city and just, my life as an editor. And then I started getting really real, because at the time I had an eating disorder, and I didn't realize that I had fled all the way to the other side of the world, literally, to try to run away from myself and my eating disorder. And I realized that I couldn't anymore. My eating disorder was at the worst that it had ever been. I suffered from bulimia and compulsive overeating, and I just couldn't hide it anymore. And so I started writing about it. And that felt really cathartic in a way. And at first, it was just me writing to a few of my friends back home, posting blog posts about that. It happened that my friend from elementary school married the co-founder of the site. And she had offered, let me put you in touch with my husband. And he got in touch with me and he said, do you want me to feature your blog on the homepage? And I thought, sure. I had no idea what that meant. So the next day, my blog went up, and then all of a sudden I started getting thousands of readers a day. And a lot of them happened to also be Asian American, and they also happened to be around the same age range. And they started leaving comments that said, I feel I've never had anyone express my feelings so eloquently, and you're saying exactly what I feel, but I didn't have the words to say. And I started realizing how powerful words were. So from that point forward, it was the only way that I knew how to write. And I'd keep publishing articles, and I'd get emails from people all around the world who would just say, thank you so much for writing this. I didn't know anyone else was going through this. And, a lot of that is why I started Meditations for Mamas too, because I realized that all of these women from around the world were sharing these same experiences and yet feeling so isolated because no one was talking about them.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about them.
So you touched on this was part of like your journey into Meditations for Mamas, which is it's an ebook, right? You're doing an ebook, and then also a digital community of custom meditations specifically for mamas and for women, right?
Yeah, totally.
So how did your own journey into like becoming a mother reveal the need to you or inspire you to want to share custom meditations or create this community for women?
All of everything that I write, it's an ebook, and now it's available in a printed version. You can order it off of Amazon.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. So, and it comes with beautiful affirmations, and all of that was because I realized that, as mamas, as women, we often are super hard on ourselves. And so on my Instagram account and in the books, there's a free book that people can get that's just full of affirmations so that we can be reminded of how we're showing up, all the incredible ways that we are succeeding even when it doesn't feel like it. And, a lesson that I learned a long time ago when I was teaching yoga was that a lot of the times we compare our insides based on someone else's outsides. And when we do that, we just feel so crappy about ourselves. And already as a mom, there's so much opportunity for doubt and guilt. And so, I just wanted to help women feel celebrated, because being a mom is fucking crazy. It's an intense job. It's harder than any job I've ever done. And it's the most rewarding. And, women deserve to be celebrated for it instead of beating ourselves up for it. So I wanted to do that.
But you created a custom meditation for me that was designed. I asked you, for some empowerment around my upcoming birth. So I'm pregnant. I'm very pregnant. Wait, where is this baby? I'm like 8 months pregnant. I'm pregnant, you guys. And I'm trying to have a natural childbirth, so little medical intervention, no drugs. And I'm freaking scared. Like, I'm scared it's gonna hurt. I'm scared that having been a lifelong addict, that I'm gonna be like where's the morphine? Like, give me the drugs. And I'm giving birth in a birthing center, so I may not be able to do that. But I think one of the great things that I loved about the meditation you made for me, which I'll share with you guys the link in the down bar, it was like listening to a friend talking me through a challenging time and giving me these reminders that I have everything that I need. That women since the beginning of time have had everything that they need to go through this process, and that I just need to trust in my own body.
Well, first and foremost, I think that mostly what I wanted to create with Meditations for Mamas is just a moment to yourself, and a moment to reconnect to that infinite part of you, to reconnect to your divine guidance team, to reconnect to your faith, or just to breathe just for a moment. With the meditations, I want anybody who's never taken a moment before to someone who's had a very thriving practice, just to feel that they have a resource that's going to help them feel good rather than to, punish them or to make you feel like you're failing in another way. And, and I've had that feedback before too, that the meditations that I lead are more, gentle and more enjoyable for that fact that you're not expected to just sit and be quiet and not have any thoughts. So the book launch is happening on September 14th, 2016. And there's going to be so many awesome giveaways. The whole party is online, so you can participate from anywhere. And it's designed to celebrate mamas. So the whole theme is to really celebrate you for showing up. You can find more details about that at Meditations, the plural, for Mamas, MAMAS.com. And if you want to get daily affirmations and daily real, honest reminders of how you're showing up and how incredible you are, even when you don't feel like it, you can follow my Instagram account at Meditations for Mamas. And, you can find me on the website, and please reach out to me. I love to connect, and I love to hear what you're going through and how I can support.
Thank you so much for taking the time to catch up with us, Judy. I really just love knowing you and look forward to seeing where you go with Meditations for Mamas. I look forward to using them more myself as I move into motherhood. So we'll definitely stay in touch, and you guys should check out Judy's website at meditationsformamas.com. And we'll see you guys on the next episode of Stoked Yogi TV.
Thank you.